Okay, I may link the Persona site in the description, but here's my thoughts and theories for the 25th anniversary. Let's go! Since the first project's gonna be a Persona 4 related project, it could be a continuation of Persona 4 several years during the events of Persona 5. Or we could have a Persona 4 continuation DLC storyline for Persona 5 Strikers. Or a revamped version of the Foggy Day DLC boss fight from Royal, imported over to 5 Strikers. Or we can have the potential Persona Q3 or a continuation of BlazBlue's Cross Tag Battle storyline with the Persona 4 arena route. If you do recall BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle, it was BlazBlue's 10-year anniversary, so they did something special for all of the previous Arc System Work games, which include BlazBlue, Persona 4 Arena / Ultimax if you count Tododachi, Under Night In-Birth, and Amos, and I don't remember if there was a Arc Ruby game, but if any Ruby fans were to clarify me, comment below if there was a a Ruby Arc System Work game in the description. If not, just come up with an assumption, so that way I can feel better. Number 2, maybe the next project is going in incorrect order. It's going from 3D Persona to 2D. Or import the 2D characters from 1 and 2, Eternal Punishment and Infernal Sin, or I may have said those two incorrectly. I'm so sorry. Continue their original duology universe but in the style of either 3, 4, or 5. But, this is a big but, it could rewind, or this 7 project thing is a timeline storyline. Now hear me out. What if the villains of each of the Persona games want to have one more round with all of the wild cards? Look at my hand. It's at the 5. But what if the cast of Persona 5 went back a year to Persona 4? Then 3, then 2, then 1. It's like they're going back in reverse time for the 25th anniversary. If you place the story in order, we have Universe 1, which contain Revelations Persona, and Persona 2, Eternal Sin or Eternal Punishment? Correct me below. Then Universe 2, which contains 2 Eternal Punishment, 3/FES, not portable, unless Femsi and Katsumi Shiomi and Makoto Shiomi, that's what I'm going to say for the two of them, both in their canon names, both exist in the same universe as brother and sister, because I saw a lot of fan art. 4 and 5. 5 is a continuation of Persona 5 OG, while Royal takes place in an alternate reality, created by, I forgot what that psychiatric doctor's name was, but you get my point. If you were to rewind the clock backwards, it goes back to 1, while in the order of the games, it's 1 to 5. 6 could be like a potential reverse time travel storyline to the previous wildcard, like you inherit the previous wildcards as a pre-order bonus. If you pre-order Persona 6, well, if it were to be a potential Persona 6, you will have like an inherited DLC where you inherit all of the previous Personas from all the games, like from 1 to 5. Like, you literally had to inherit. Or it could be a continuation from for one of the games. The Persona 4 storyline consists of 4/4 Golden, because Marie is in it. But it's like a rewind. Or a continuation featuring Nanako Dojima as the next wildcard. And it's like a potential murder mystery of who would have caused the murder of a previous wildcard. Because Nanako and Yu Narukami, the Persona 4 protagonists, were to have had a deep relationship if you maxed out Nanako's social link. Nanako would be very heartbroken to see her big bro, that's Yu Narukami, dead somewhere in Inaba on a telephone pole, and Nanako inherits Narukami's Yu Narukami's wildcard abilities, and she uses Yu's special fog glasses to see in the fog. And she now knows the knowledge, and she also inherits the knowledge of the TV world because she's older. And some of the Persona 4 cast, we have like a senior version of Dojima, not Nanako Dojima, like her father, Toru. Let's just call him Mr. Dojima for short. Toru Adachi, who is now out of jail but still contained the knowledge of the Midnight Channel, because somehow time is really out of sync. Yu was not supposed to die in that year, not supposed to die in 2021. It wasn't Adachi because he was out of jail. It was a far greater force at risk. The villains and shadow versions of Yu's friends and the other wildcard's friends and family have been roaming the streets of Inaba for days now. It's up to Nanako, Dojima, Ramamamiya, Makoto, and Kasumi Shiomi, and the previous 3 protagonists. If you count 3 from Eternal Sin and Eternal Punishment and Infernal Sin, I'm sorry if I keep butchering it. If you were to rewind time, and she would have like a secondary summoned persona if you either play through a different story, or we could have a crossover MMORPG where the player was a massive fan of Persona but really hated the backlash of the series. Suddenly, your TV starting to shake, and you see through the eyes of Yu Narukami something wasn't up, and you fell into the TV and crashed through the roof of the train, where you're near the door, cart off, but all of a sudden, Shadow's there. Yu hasn't met the Shadows yet, but he will soon later when he enters the TV world and seeing everyone is gone. And he was supposed to meet his uncle there. Ring any bells? Saying you're supposed to meet your caretaker for that point of view? Sounds similar to 3 and 5. Yeah, somehow all the wildcards have been glitched out of time. And it's up to you, the new wildcard, to refix history, going through the dungeons in the real world that have been merged of all the previous bosses you played throughout 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and somehow you guys had to make it to the end of the story. And it's the story you want to make. Are you a good guy, or are you just as rotten as Dojima? Not Dojima, Angel. It's Adachi. You forgot. You fucking idiot. Anyways, I'm not asking for a Lyco, because that's not me. But also, be on the lookout for someone who's pretending to be my account, or someone's threatening my account. You might want to report them, because I have no business with that, with stalkers, because it's creepy, boy. Anyways, and here's another predicament for the last project. I just say, fuck it. If we have thieves that go into the mind of people, why not another thief in reality trying to steal the treasures within reality? And sooner or later, Lupin and his gang somehow ended up in Mementos. You just do the math. If TMS and Atlas/Sega were going to do this we're planning to make this project possible, because if Lupin, I know it had massive inspirations from Lupin the Third, but I need satisfactory. How can Lupin still kind of serve relevance even though he's currently in London for part 6? Like, you passing the thieving torch back to the person who started the thieving game in the first place. Hell, if there is a literal Lupin the Third manga in Persona 5 or Persona 4, then fucking call me a Walter P38. Anyways, this is it in my predictions video, because I'm starting to slowly get another headache. So do whatever those stupid rich YouTubers think about it, and say for their fans and whatnot. And I'll see you guys next time. Also, stay tuned for more short videos like usual, because I am not gonna make the story yet until everyone can trust me again.